Hello everyone, welcome back to the video, and today we're going to be discussing trade deadline. So yeah, I got music in the background, I got some Knicks highlights, and we're going to just be talking about what kind of happened. So we're going to start it with the Kyrie Irving trade. So Kyrie was traded from the Brooklyn Nets to the Mavs for Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith and a first. You guys know that trade. My thoughts are the Mavs win that trade as long as they re-sign Kyrie. Even half a year of Kyrie is probably more valuable than Finney-Smith and Dinwiddie, so I would consider them winners of that trade. And then of course you have the Lakers trade where they traded for D'Lo, and then they also got Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt, and then Russell Westbrook. He went to the Jazz, who also got a first round pick, and then Mike Conley went to the Timberwolves. So yeah, I feel like the Lakers won that trade. They traded Russ in a first for three good players. Swapping D'Lo for Mike Conley is interesting for the Timberwolves, but I like it because that means you give Anthony Edwards, a spotlight, and he can shine with more of a pass first point guard than I'm gonna get mine first point guard and D'Lo. And then, so I guess if you're trying to let Ant be the best version of himself, that works. Malik Beasley, D'Lo, and Jared Vanderbilt are going to be three rotational pieces on a Lakers team that's trying to at least make the play-in, and from the play-in they could easily make the playoffs. They might be a top 8 seed, who knows. And then we have the Knicks getting Josh Hart for Cam Reddish and a first. Ryan Arkenek, and Luke are also in the deal. Lottery protected first. Knicks aren't going to be in the lottery, so think about trading Cam Reddish and let's just say the 18th pick for Josh Hart. I'm fine with it, to be honest. The Knicks are a solid team. Josh Hart is going to actually get minutes on this team. And yeah, I like Josh Hart. He's a good 3-and-D guy. He rebounds well for someone that's 6'5". Pretty sure he averages 8 rebounds. Yeah, he averages 9.5. So basically 10, 8, and 4, which is good numbers. And he'll probably start at the 2 or 3 and we move RJ to the 2, or he'll start at the 3. Well, I don't know how Tibbs is going to run it, but those are our wings. Yeah, I like that. And then for the Blazers, Cam Reddish, take a flyer on him, that another first round pick. Maybe Cam Reddish is good and you trade that first for another piece. Clearly they don't want to trade Dame, so it's like, if you're going to trade away Josh Hart, hopefully Cam Reddish is as good as Josh Hart. He can be if you actually play him, who knows. And then that first round pick will be maybe another trade asset, or if they trade away Dame, they could build around Simons, they could build around Sharp. They get that first round pick, could trade away Dame for probably a young star. So then the Raptors got Jakob Poeltl for Khem Birch and a first round pick, also 2 seconds. Interesting trade for the Raptors. I think that's good value, and these have all kind of been like good value trades. Obviously the Mavs won the Kyrie trade, and I think the Lakers probably won the D'Lo trade, but the rest are pretty even. This one's even, like a protected first round pick and 2 seconds. Also Khem Birch, but he was getting replaced with Jakob. Now I thought this was gonna be like, all right, so then we trade OG Anunoby, or we trade Siakam and have Barnes run the 3. If you trade Anunoby, I have Siakam at the 4, or trade Siakam and run Barnes at the 4, OG and Anunoby at the 3. But they never ended up doing that. I guess you could run big and run Anunoby at the 2, have Trent come off the bench. They'll probably do that because I feel like I mean, you could have Jakob Poeltl come off the bench. Are you really going to trade a first round pick for someone that's just going to be a bench piece? Plus, he's an actual center, and you still have Ochoa who you want to get minutes. So it's a little confusing that they didn't trade one of Siakam or Anunoby, but you know, it's still a decent team. Obviously, the Suns got KD, which is big, and I think the Suns win it easily. With even just 4 first-round picks, plus you get TJ Warren back, so you replace Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson with KD and TJ Warren. Clear upgrade, even 4 first and swap. Like you have to do that. Amazing trade. Yeah, so those are the bigger deals. Mike Muscala got moved to the Celtics. He'll just kind of be a backup. Jay Crowder got moved to the Bucks for 5 seconds. Kind of weird, but yeah, good pickup for the Bucks. Nice 3-and-D wing. Can play the 3, can play the 4, he can play the 3. Yeah, he'll kind of just be Middleton and Giannis's kind of backup there. So that's a good trade for them. The Blazers got Matisse Thybulle. And the 76ers got Jalen McDaniels. So yeah, that I mean, I like the 76ers getting Jalen McDaniels. He's a solid piece. And then Matisse for the Blazers. He'll be better than he was in Philly. We got a few other things, like the Nuggets traded Bones Highland for 2 seconds to the Clippers. Clippers clearly won that one. He could start. And he probably will start because you traded away John Wall. So yeah. And you also traded away Reggie Jackson. But one of those two might come back. James Wiseman was traded to Detroit. I like that for them. Sadiq Bey went to the Hawks. I like that for them. And then the Warriors essentially get Gary Payton out of that. Just solid. I mean, I wouldn't trade James Wiseman for Gary Payton, but, you know, it is what it is. And, I mean, those are mainly the deals. I mean, Josh Richardson to the Pelicans, solid player. I mean, Mason Plumlee to the Clippers, I think that's a good pickup for them. He could come off the bench and be pretty solid. But, yeah, that's about it for the trade deadline. Let me know who you think won the trade deadline down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.